Hi guys, welcome to the Music B&B. My name is Callum and today we're listing my top 10 favourite artists, independent artists from 2023. Now if you don't know me, I host an independent music reaction and review channel to help support independent artists, and throughout the year I've had to listen to a lot, and when I say a lot of independent music. I have such a passion for listening to independent artists and independent music because I get to hear something that lots of people may never get to hear in their lifetimes, and I get to be maybe one of the first to hear it, or maybe hear someone who's going to be great later on, in their career. And that's what excites me, is finding that niche small thing, that thing that nobody else has heard of, and just adding it to my playlist. So I'm going to list 10 of my favorites from this year. These are artists that just, inspired me, wowed me. They've tickled my own creative interests and flares. They pushed all the right buttons in terms of music. I don't know what I'm saying anymore, but they have been great. They have been awesome. Some of these artists you might know, you might see them on the channel because they are regulars. They come back, they keep supporting the channel. But some of these just might have just randomly popped up for me, and I've enjoyed them. So here's 10 in no order, but my 10 favorite songs by independent artists of 2023. The first artist that has made an impression on me this year is Felix Late with the song Infrared. It's just a hard-hitting, metalcore, awesome song. It's got the screams in the right places. It's got the soaring highs. Just going to give you a little sample. Just hit. You like metalcore, you like some heavy hitting stuff that screams, Felix Late one for you. They've got the vocals, they've got the screams, they've got everything you need. The next song that stood out for me this year was Cashflow's Bad Guy featuring Eduxa. I'm not sure how to pronounce it still, but it was just a really nice take, doing something different with trap, away from all the common boring things that people are doing with trap these days. The SoundCloud rap thing. We're moving on from that. We're in 2023 and Cashflow does that. I think it's the oh na na na. Like Cashflow also understands harmonies, and he also understands song structures and how to make things interesting. It's not mumbly, it's clear. It's past that. Right, the next one that stood out for me probably over the past 2 years since I started reacting is Joe Jazz, with a song from an album Gaps and Nomads. It's called Lax, and yeah, this guy's just got like the maddest, craziest songs with messages, and he's got a great sort of vision, color scheme. Like it's got this whole like package that when you picture this artist, you picture their style. And I'm not talking about style just in the music, although the music is great. It's got style in his videos, in the outfits, in the color schemes. Everything that this artist is doing is creating a brand and an image. And he's definitely one to watch. I recommend going and look at his YouTube channel to get ideas for yourself to inspire you in terms of how you promote your own music.
Breaking all the moles that you hold in silence. My brain runs till I did touch physical.
What's crazy about this song is that it just changes up so quickly. It's a short song, short, sweet, but it's still good. It's got that old school hip hop vibe, but it's got like a sort of Game Boy-esque 90s sound to it.
Roll around with my villain.
But he's into the music, like you can hear him really into it. Definitely worth a listen. Next up is Fain with a song Redemption. Now, my friend Ben and I, we hosted an independent artist tournament that we still need to finish. But Fain was one of those who got into the semi-finals of this tournament, and yeah, we really, really enjoyed sort of the emotion behind this. We completely got the wrong picture about what the lyrics were about. We thought they were, quite religious. Turns out it wasn't. Just have a listen, because the emotion in this song speaks volumes.
My brother, tell me how many times, just tell me how many signs need to be given to me. I'm hurting, man, I just can't believe you won't be right next to me. So now the next time we speak, the wind will rattle the trees.
Don't really have words, but that's the point of music, is that speaks for itself. You don't need me to tell you that sounds great, because it does. Next up is friend to the channel Samuel Kunga with the song Who You Are. Samuel Kunga was one of the first ever musicians I dove into, that I got interested and even inspired to keep reacting to music, because I found this guy's back catalogue and basically spent a week listening to it. It's a beautiful journey. If you're into like quaint sort of Randy Newman-esque sounds mixed with like singer-songwriter things, this is the one for you. And something about Samuel Kunga's voice just resonated with me. And this song from his album Away From You is particularly beautiful.
Trying to find my way home, looking for adventure till I was left alone.
You can hear the Randy Newman-esque sounds. I'm not even into Randy Newman.
Heaven sent you down to change my life. You had 2 babies, my heart grew twice. You gave me the greatest moments of my life.
Yeah, Sam, you get me every time. I get goosebumps every time. Next up is a wonderfully inventive artist known as Robbie Tucker, who created an album called WTF is Happiness. It's an album that I reviewed earlier this year, in fact quite recently, and he was actually my most listened to artist of the year. I kept on coming back to him, and I think if you're a fan of artists such as Paul McCartney, especially when he did his like solo stuff, he's really interesting to dive into, because I think Robbie Tucker is one of those artists that leaves no holds barred, isn't bothered about what people might think about the music or anything like that, and is just happy to go creatively diving into completely different areas. And he's ended up with an album that almost feels a bit like a performance, a play, like a musical onstage performance, because there's that much storytelling going on that it's crazy. But within this sort of madness that is this album, there is a beautifully sad song that really resonated to me, WTF is Happiness, which is the title track.
What the is happiness? 'Cause I wanna know that when love comes and then it leaves again.
You can hear the emotion, like it's raw.
Tell me, where does it go?
It's a question we all ask ourselves, isn't it?
And where does
What's
all
happiness?
the energy?
And it just feels like the moving song in an onstage performance, like the one that everyone loves. It's gorgeous. I recommend you dive in to some of his work, Robbie Tucker. Next up is Ride 'Em Out by Katherine Jackie. She's someone that I interviewed early in this year. She's released a few amazing singles. In fact, a run of singles are just like perfect to me, in my opinion. But she's got a real sort of country, Wild West, shoot 'em up. You know, I imagine Will Smith, Wild Wild West style Cowboys and Aliens film. You know, this is my British perception of what the Wild West is like, but she encompassed this sort of cow person attitude, I don't know, it's cowgirl attitude, which is, you know, crazily strong, crazily driven, powerful, raw, emotional, and it just feels like you wouldn't want to mess with Katherine Jackie.
Put your hands in the sky now, wear them down. Stick them up, hold them up, shoot them up. Put your hands in the sky now, ride them out now. Ride them out now, ride them out now. Ride them out now, ride them out now. Hold those
So
memories
powerful.
still alive as to roll around and sin. Ride them out now, ride them out.
Give her a listen. Coming up towards the end of the list, we've got 1,000 Frames, which is an artist I've recently reacted to. In fact, I've done 2 songs by them now. But for just 3 people in the band, they create a hell of a lot of devilish noise, and I love it. It's just so hard hitting, it's so genty. If you're into sort of your gent metalcore stuff, this is the one for you.
Nothing dying in your wake. And I can't believe
Gent.
you cut me off and turned the page. What's it gonna take from you? Are you even sorry?
Yeah,
Maybe I'm
I think I've heard this too many times this year. I love it. And my final artist for this year, this isn't the top one, this is just the final one on this list. I couldn't order these. This is Love Train by Sweet Lily Love, a huge regular to the channel, but I've seen such a journey from Sweet Lily Love just in the past sort of year and a half to 2 years that I have been reacting to music, and since she has been on the channel, the growth has been huge in terms of production, in terms of style, in terms of really refining genres. So Love Drain was a standout one for me. just like a classic sort of late 90s, early 2000s dance, and I'm here for it. So yeah, quite an eclectic mix of artists. There's not one style I'm particularly into, but I feel personally I'm into artists, and if there's an artist out there with a vision, with a style, with a sound that's unique and different, I'm all there for it. So there's plenty of artists this year, plenty of music that I've loved, but these were just 10 that stood out to me, and I recommend that you go ahead and give those guys a listen. Now, if you're new to the channel, this is your first time watching a video from my channel, I react to and review many independent artists. If you are an independent artist out there, make sure to subscribe to this channel. You can even join our membership club, which is just for about $1 a month. You can get exclusive perks such as shout outs at the end of videos, your songs linked in the video descriptions, for example. So yeah, give that a look. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe in this video, share it with your friends. If you're one of the artists on here, get sharing this video too. Let's make this video big, as it will support the other artists on here too. And remember, in a world where everyone wants to be heard and no one's doing the listening, be the one that does the listening. Goodbye, I guess.
Bye, ladies and gentlemen.